Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 149. It is Friday morning, and we are wrapping up a disaster of a week so far. I don't know how much we're down, probably 7,000, 6,000, somewhere in there. So we're going to try to chip away at it, try to make 2,000 or 3,000 today. Very possible to do. Today we're going to play probably 3 blackjack sessions. Sunday probably play 1 or 2 blackjack sessions, and we'll see what we can do. This morning it's chilly. It's about 55 degrees right now. The sun is just coming up. It is about 6:20 in the morning right now, and we're heading out for the day. Our goal is to just take a step back and don't try to win it all back at one time, one step at a time. When I had the big losses, I did put a lot of pressure on myself to play more sessions, and that may not have been the best idea. I did recover some money doing that way, but I just need to be aware of how I feel, how tired I am, my state of mind, all that kind of stuff. So live and learn. We're going to keep on fine-tuning things and getting better, and everything will be fine. My time off is going to be starting the 7th of August for 4 days, and I probably will be back on Sunday, which I think is the 11th. And I'm not positive that the area we're going to in Canada does not have casinos. So if they do, and it's within an hour or so, I still may do episodes on those days. So stay tuned. I will look that up probably today and let you know about that. Other than that, really not much else happening. Just got to keep my cool and keep doing what I know is right. That's really about it. So I'm going to let you go right now and starting my journey, and I'll be back. All right, guys, 2 things. Someone emailed me and said, hey, how come you haven't updated your podcast in a while? Kind of like just checking in. And I didn't think anything of it. But this morning I went and looked at, because he was using Apple Podcasts, I went and looked at Apple, and it showed the podcast as active, but then it showed the last update it showed the last update as yesterday, but the last 4 episodes aren't in there, so I don't know what the deal is. So I just did a refresh on it, and hopefully that fixes it, because I noticed that the number of views overall looks the same, but Apple is about 40% of my views, and I noticed that the new episodes didn't have that many views, so it was a lot lower than I would expect within the first few days. So hopefully that gets resolved today. I will check in on it this afternoon, and if not, then I'll try to do some troubleshooting tonight. But when I went to Apple Podcasts and I looked at my RSS feed, it shows that it's active, but it just doesn't show the new episodes. And honestly, this seems to have happened since Spotify changed their system to an upload where I have to do all my parts of the episode separately, merge them into one part, and then upload it to my Spotify app, and then upload it from there to Spotify. So hopefully that gets resolved and everyone will be able to listen to the new episodes. So that's what's going on right now. I'll be back. All right, I am back. So I went to the first place and found a couple small plays. One went good, one went okay. Overall, didn't make a lot of money. I was in there for probably 20 or 25 minutes, I would think. And overall, just really not much available for me to play. So not a lot of opportunity equals not a lot of money. And I ended up leaving ahead $18. And then on my way out, I saw a guy that I knew that I hadn't seen in like 7 years. And We used to nickname him Bobby Yellow Shirt because he used to always wear a yellow shirt. And talked to him for a minute, and I guess he plays a little bit of blackjack and knows a couple deviations, but that's it. So said hi to him, and right now I'm on my way out. Right now it's temperature's 72 degrees, so it's going to be a mild day, hopefully. I need to get some gas, so probably going to wait another 20 miles or so because the gas in this region's gone up lately. So we're going to move on a little bit, and then I'll have a meeting in about half an hour. We'll get that done on the phone while we're driving, and by the time we get to the next casino, we should be wrapping up that meeting. So for now, I'm going to let you go, and I'll be back to update you after the next stop. All right, guys, I am back. So I went into the next casino, finally got a chance to play some blackjack. I go to the high limit area and sit down on a $50 table spreading from 50 to 500. Lost 2,000 within 10 minutes. Losing almost every hand. Ended up switching tables to another table because the count was so low. Then I almost switched back again because the count was so low on the other one, but it ended up turning around, and I was there for about an hour between those two tables. Most of the time was just a big downswing, and then finally got some bigger counts where I could raise my bets and went to two hands, and actually ended up at 2 by 300, I believe was my max, and ended up leaving ahead 550. I did play some slots there as well. There was only one machine that I found to play on. I played that and lost $4, and that was about it. Not really much going on right now. I'm actually supposed to be already in a meeting. It's starting right now, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to hop in this meeting, and we're going to move on to another casino. But it really was bad counts almost the whole time, except for one shoe, and found a way to squeak out of there ahead and get to the meeting here on time. So I'm going to let you go right now, and I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So I go into the next place. I'm looking at some slots. I see a couple plays, and I'm ahead like 160 or 170 right away on the slots. Then I go play some blackjack, and again, a tough run at the beginning. I'm involved for 2,000 before things start turning around, and then I had a couple okay shoes where things were pretty level, and then had one good shoe where within the last 4 hands, I made about $2,000 and ended up leaving ahead 700. And I thought there was one more hand, and I had 2 hands of 400 out there. And he's like, "No, it's the end of the shoe." I said, "Well, I better leave then." So I ended up leaving ahead 700 on the blackjack. Slots wise, out of pocket money, I was involved a total of $20, and I ended up leaving ahead $432, so that was good. Saw a couple dealers that like to talk. They're friendly with me, so talked to them for a few minutes, and they were asking me how I was doing and stuff like that. And it's good to have that kind of backup. Now the next place I'm going to go to, I have people that I know there who are pit bosses that are very good to me, so no chance of having any problem there. I actually have a few thousand in chips to bring in with me to cash as well, so we'll be playing with chips to start. We'll see how it goes, and might get some food while we're in there. They have some good food outlets in there as well, so that's what's going on right now. And I see this homeless guy trying to sell some baseball gloves, which I'm sure that he acquired legally here, and I'll be back to update you. Okay, guys, I am back. So far today, things were going pretty well, and they're still going pretty well. We had stopped at 3 casinos, and first one was a slow start, $18, and then we had a $550 win, $700 win, and then came in here with a $700 win. I had a $432 slot win, so things have been going pretty well today. luckily, because the last couple of days have been really hard. I came into this casino, looked at some slots, and found nothing. I think I was down like $4 on slots when I went to play blackjack. Went to the blackjack area, saw a nice dealer, good guy. All the pit bosses that I know were not here. Very unusual for a Friday for them not to be here, but there was a guy that was pretty nice, and actually after I was done playing, I talked to the pit boss and the dealer for about 5 minutes, and that all helps because I know that pit boss is also a manager, and anytime you can get people to know you and like you, then that's going to help you in the long run. In fact, when I first sat down to the table, I turned around, this lady goes, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "What? Who's this?" And I looked over, and it's a host, and she doesn't know my name, she doesn't know anything about me, but she sees me all the time. Sometimes she comes up and gives me a hug, and I don't know her at all, she doesn't know me at all, but it's good to have a good image in the casino. So I ended up playing blackjack for about, not long, 20 minutes maybe, and ended up finishing a shoe ahead, 600. I did have some big bets out there toward the end, and that's not good in front of the manager, but it wasn't a big deal. So I finished ahead 600, then played a couple slots on my way out, and ended ahead $38 on slots, so small win on slots. And then there was a food area there, and got some food. Used the restroom and all that just to make sure that everything is in order and I don't have to stop anywhere at a rest area or anything like that. Right now, beautiful day outside, 75 degrees. It's afternoon, mid to late afternoon, and I am moving on. Right now, I'm going to actually stop at a local grocery store, which has got a lot of ethnic foods in it, pick up a few things, take those home, and then we'll continue on to the next casino from there. So right now we're moving on, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back talking to you from inside this last casino here, and I found one machine to play so far at $3 a spin, and it took me 6 spins to hit for, so far I am ahead $519. I only put a $20 bill in the machine, so you never know, you just have to find the right thing. And earlier when I walked in here, I stepped to the bathroom real quick, and I saw a guy who was doing the same thing. Real nice guy, good guy, knows what he's doing, very knowledgeable, would definitely make the play that I made, but he wasn't there at the right time, and I was. And so you just got to stay vigilant and look at everything, and sometimes it's a pain and you don't want to look at certain ones, but you got to do it. Like right now, I'm heading back to the other side of the casino. There's one I missed because someone was on it. Got to check it before I leave, even though it's a few more steps. Man, I'm driving, dozens of hours a week. I'm already here. The least I could do, is go look at it again. So heading back over there to look at that. And when I get back to the car, I'll give you an update. Alright guys, I am back. So yeah, I only played one machine there, and only played with a $20 bill, and ended up ahead $519. It was very busy in there, a lot of stuff going on in there. I saw other people checking machines in there, but everyone does their own thing. Everything is a little bit different for each of us, and our tolerance levels are all different, and it just turned out that I was able to capitalize on it before someone else did. Someone was going to get it. I mean, it was sitting right there. It was something that if you know what you're doing, you're going to find it. So luckily it was me, and I had $5 in free food there. I know it's a lot, so I got a drink, and then I used some of my comps to get a little cheese Danish here. So let's talk about what we ate and what we tipped today. So what did you eat today? Today I ate a slice of pizza, big slice of pizza, and I had some water to drink, and right now I just got a Monster drink to take home with me and a cheese Danish, and that's what I ate today. Oh, I had some vegetables also. I got a few pounds of vegetables from the grocery store, and I've been eating that in the car. And then as far as what did you tip today? Today I tipped $0. as I normally do most of the time, you don't have to tip to protect yourself from being figured out. There are people who are nice people who don't tip, and the casinos still like them. If my expected value is $70 or $80 or $100 an hour, and I'm tipping away $30 or $40 of it, why would I do that? Why wouldn't I just put that in a college fund for my kids? And same with the change in the machines. You know, you have 82 cents and it says, do you want to donate it? No, I don't want to donate it. And about every month I take about $500 worth of change to the bank and put it in the accounts for the kids instead of giving it away to charity. So if I want to give it to charity, I'll give it to who I want to give it to. I'm not going to let the casino decide what's best for my money. So that's what's going on right now. It's 81 degrees, and we're going to move on here. And yeah, everything is going good, having a good day, a low stress day, although there were some ups and downs. So far, so good. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So just wanted to review some. I didn't tell you this before, but today I had some people in the car sometimes, so I didn't want to talk too freely in front of others. Some know about what we do, some don't, so I kept it to a minimum, and I tried to do as many recordings as I could when no one was around. So anyway, the second casino I went to today, when I walked into the blackjack area, I saw some dealers in there that I'm very familiar with. I see them all the time. One of them thinks I always win. One of them thinks I always lose. So of course you've got to paint that picture of you're always losing. And you know, I had them talking to each other and stuff and discussing how hard it is to win. And I had the entire act going about how stressed I am and, you know, how I can never win and all these different things. And I mean, it worked out perfectly. And I was able to spread with the pit boss standing right there because I was the only one in the pit that was playing on either table. And I did go back and forth, if you'll recall, I mentioned that. But I was able to raise when I needed to, do whatever I wanted, and the pit boss was relaxed. And it makes it a little bit easier also when you're buying in with chips. They don't have to get the paperwork out. I find like once you get to about 1,500, then they're more starting to pay attention and writing things down and all that. And I mentioned in one episode about having read through a lot of the casino laws and things and proper procedures and stuff from the government, and I read through all that, and I think it was like around 1,500 to 2,000 is when they're supposed to start keeping track of the money. So when you're buying in for three $500 chips, you're really still under the radar. And even if your betting range is big, 50 to 250, 50 to 500, 25 to 500, I find a lot of the places that I play, and I've been to places where you go 25 to 75 and they're paying attention. I get it. But a lot of these places, it doesn't seem to matter to them too much, especially if you haven't used any cash. So it all went well at that first blackjack table area there, first casino. I played blackjack, and then the second casino I played blackjack also was one of the ones that in the last couple weeks I had a big loss at, and that's what they remember is how I lost, because you make a big deal when you lose and you minimize when you win. You discuss how, yeah, I know I'm up 600 on this table, but I lost 725 on the slots, so I'm not complaining. I'm still ahead 125 for the day, but look, I had to risk $4,000, $3,000, whatever it was to do it. And you minimize the wins and you exaggerate the losses. Well, at least you only lost 3,000 on the table. 3,000, I lost 2,500 out there too, not to mention the slots. Oh my God, this guy is a terrible loser. He's a terrible player. He's a degenerate. We have nothing to worry about with this guy. He's just dumping money at this casino. And then the third casino I went to, which usually has pit bosses that are on my side, helping me out and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, there was a call coming in. I usually have pit bosses on my side and helping me out and everything. And now I go in there and their manager is the one in there and the pit bosses are not there. But I was able to talk to him, and you don't want to know what I talked about. It's a big, long story that I made up about 2.5 years ago. And everybody there knows it except for him. And it's an unbelievable story, and one day I'll explain the story and what happened and the story and all that, but it really puts people on your side and makes them feel sorry for you and want to help you and like rooting for you to win all the time. And I think that story went a long way at that casino to get people on my side and to minimize what they put in the computer to where, you know, they'll put in less money to keep me under the thresholds so that they don't have to call surveillance. So yeah, so that was all good. But overall, I had a good day today. I didn't feel stressed at all. It was like a new beginning. And, you know, luckily, variance was on my side today. The most I was down today at any point was like $3,000. And I think I ended the day ahead almost $3,000. So that's a pretty good day. Can't complain. But, you know, sorry about another short episode here, but again, having people in the car makes it difficult for me to expand on things and tell stories and things like that. Now, I do have to focus this weekend on finding out why Apple is not updating. It hasn't updated in about 7 days. And I tried to delete the RSS feed that goes in there and put a new one in, and it wouldn't take it because it was the same URL that I had before. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if Apple support will help me at all or not, if there's any way to get any help. But something like 40% of my views come from Apple, and right now it's not updating. So you know, so we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, I'm going to let you go right now. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday for my Sunday night into Monday morning trip, and we'll see what happens from there. So if you have any questions or comments, the email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.